Hello everybody and welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode series. Today we have episode number 76 and we are at Talladega for the Geico 500. I'm really excited because Talladega, it is a race where anyone can win, but we finally broke our curse of not being able to win a super speedway race at Daytona this season, winning the Daytona 500. So I'm sure we can go up there and win it at Talladega. We've came second at this track too many times. So it is time we finally put that to an end here. We're going to be starting from the back today, but of course, as you saw in the driver stories here, we had 3 drivers go to the back. That was Kevin Harvick, Justin Haley, and Daniel Suarez that will be joining us here. And yeah, green flag is out at Talladega. We'll see if we can make some moves and get ourselves up to the front and get our 4th win of the season, which will be absolutely amazing, and I think it is very possible. But of course, it is also very possible we bottle it here at Talladega yet again, so I'm sure someone crazy will win either way. So we now go down the backstretch. You can see we're losing a couple positions already because we got stacked up a little bit in turn 1 and 2 there, hitting the back of BJ McLeod, but now we are going to try and, move our way through the field here. It's kind of like a game here where you gotta pick the lane and just try and get yourself up the field here. As you can see, now going to the outside lane behind Harrison Burton and now dipping below him. I enjoy this part of the racing here, the pack racing, where you're just trying to get through everybody, go with the lanes that move, and just use the draft to really slingshot yourself forward. But when you kind of get to the front, it's kind of a little bit more boring because you're just holding yourself in front of everybody else, which is not too bad, but when it gets to 3 lanes, that's when it gets pretty fun. It gets a little bit hectic to try block them all. And of course, at the end of the day, you won't be able to block them all because you end up wrecking yourself, and I'm sure Joe Logano knows exactly what I'm talking about. But as we go through the corners here of 3 and 4, we find ourselves back on the bottom, and as you can see, we have failed to make really any progress so far whatsoever. Now in P34, as we look to the inside of Kyle Busch here, who has fallen back quite a bit. And now we draft up to the back of BJ McLeod. Unfortunately, we made him a draft partner, but here we are, lap 5. Haven't really made any progress here. We start the final lap of the stage in P24, so hopefully we can put a fix to that. And already we send it 4 wide on Justin Haley, Ryan Preece here. Now we dip up top here, trying to not make BJ McLeod a draft partner again here, but trying to get past the 47 without making contact, and thankfully that is going to be all good. And now we're going to try and send ourselves 4 wide once again with BJ McLeod, Ryan Blaney, and Austin Cindric, and we're going to get that move done here. As now William Byron tries to come down and block us, but it's not going to be there in time. And once again, we go slightly 4 wide there. And now we are 4 wide with Timmy Hill, Eric Almirola, and William Byron, and we're going to get past all of them here. So on that final lap, we went up 12 positions. If only we did that a lot earlier, we could have got some stage points, but we'll take it. Up into P12 as Christopher Bell wins stage 1. So it was a pretty bland and boring start for the race for our sort of part of it, but we managed to make our way up through the field on that final lap quite a bit. Now up into P12, we can hopefully get ourselves in contention to get into the top 10 and maybe up front here and maybe lead a few laps or even win stage 2 here. But the green flag is back out. We are right behind our teammate Cole Custer. Of course, everyone came into pit road to get 4 tires and fuel, and already we look to the outside. We are wasting no time whatsoever to get up through the field. And now we are getting some draft off of Chase Elliott. They back up a little bit, so here we go to the outside now of the 9 car, taking it 4 wide up top, as there's heaps of room for us to do this. So hopefully we can get a little push down the backstretch from William Byron. But Chase Elliott decides he's going to come up and just put us in the wall there. And now we are going to lose heaps of positions on that inside, as I was not very happy at all with the 9 car. What the fuck is the 9 car spotter telling him? There is a car up high. He just put us in the wall. So as you heard there, AJ Smith very pissed off with Chase Elliott. I mean, why wouldn't you be? Because that was kind of dog act there from Chase Elliott. But we go and take Cole Custer, Michael McDowell, and Denny Hamlin 4 wide here. Now we are back up into the top 10 looking to the inside of Christopher Bell, who's had a very nice start to his regular season. He needs a good season in that 20 car because they've had a little bit of a struggle so far, and he does not want to get replaced. I can assure you that, as now we get past Austin Cindric, pushing the car he used to drive, which is now driven by Timmy Hill in that 21. Now we look to the inside of Ryan Preece in the 00 and Alex Bowman in the 48 car. Now getting a draft off of Joey Logano here as we make our way up into the top 5. And now we're going to look up, get a little bit of draft from AJ Allmendinger here, who's having a nice run here in P4. And we are going to use that a little bit of draft to go to the inside of him and Corey LaJoie here. And now get onto the back of Joey Logano, looking 3 wide here. But it's not going to be quite enough for us to get to the inside for the lead as he battles Tyler Reddick out front here. There's 2 Chevrolets on the outside and 2 Fords on the inside now as Ryan Preece comes up to our back bumper, gives us a push. And I was like, you know what, let's push this 22 car to the lead and get these Fords out in front and try to establish a little bit of control on this race. And that's what we did there, pushing Joey Logano to the lead here. But it was not too long before I started to think about taking the lead myself, and that's what I do. Straight away, bang, to the bottom there of Joey Logano, and we are going to the inside of him, and we're going to go to the lead here at Talladega. So once again, we have a car out in front capable of winning, and now we were able to hold on to the lead for the next 2 laps. But as you can see, everybody started to get a little bit antsy here as we got to the final lap of the stage 2 here. So we'll see if we can hold on and collect another stage win and another playoff point for this season here. So we have Corey LaJoie right behind us. He won Daytona last season, the Coke 0400, and Kyle Busch, of course, a great, aggressive super speedway racer, and he is looking to our outside, and he gets a huge run out of nowhere, and that's because Christopher Bell, his teammate, is going to give him a huge push, and Kyle Busch is now in the lead here, as now I move up to the middle lane to get the help from James Knight in a fellow Ford. He's going to give us a nice little push here, but it's just not going to be quite enough, as Kyle Busch is going to run away with it here into the tri-oval. Of course, the finish line not here, a little bit further away at Talladega. He's going to cross the line now to win stage 2. We end up P3 in the end, but there is the rest of your stage finishing results. AJ Allmendinger, he was fighting with us up the top, but unfortunately only ends up P10 in the end. So we all come in for pit stops, and there you have it. Our pit crew absolutely on it, puts us into P1 up 2 positions. Well, I'll tell you what, any sort of track position helps at these super speedway races, and putting us up in front is absolutely amazing from our pit crew. Not just 1, but 2 positions made up means we are starting first here, and we already get it out to an early lead here, and that's what we want. We want that outside lane to be disorganized and for them to fall back. And now we find ourselves out in front once again here at Talladega. Hopefully we can close out the deal this time around. We have only 1 stage left, and this is the one that matters. So hopefully, we can bring it home this time at Talladega. We finally ended the Super Speedway curse at Daytona. We're looking to end the curse of Talladega as well. And now we have to battle out Corey LaJoie. Of course, he's solidified himself as a great Super Speedway driver because he won Daytona. I'll mention that yet again because he is not going to let down on us here. He will try and win and get himself a spot in the playoffs, and that will really shake up the playoff grid, I can tell you that. But we have kind of calmed the storm here. I want to say there's nothing really crazy going on behind us, as you can see. We're just keeping it single file, but now there's a huge run coming on our outside, and I did not see it until too late. And that is Harrison Burton, the rookie, getting pushed by the other rookie, James Knight. So both of those guys push each other out in front. Harrison Burton to the lead now at Talladega as we get pushed past James Knight, but I move up trying to get his draft here, and I was trying to get my fellow Australian here just to help us out a little bit and help him out, giving him some draft. And as you can see, Harrison Burton now out in front as the other guys quickly catch up to us here, and now we have the 97 of James Knight helping us here in his Sprite Ford paint scheme. A nice little scheme I made for Jimmy Knight here, as he's going to give us a nice push here. As now here comes Matt DiBenedetto in the PlayStation car on the inside. He gets a nice little run there. As now there's 2 Toyotas on the bottom, 2 Fords up top. Who's going to win? Well, Harrison Burns slides up to block. We're going to go through the middle and bring the 97 car with us. But now here comes Benedetto. We make a little bit of contact, but he keeps it going straight. And now the 55 is out in front. And we're trying to get the 97 to help us back past him here. As now Almirola on the inside with Benedetto in front. Of course, Almirola went at New Hampshire in real life the other day. So congrats to him. Nice to see him break his winless streak and win at an oval track. Very cool of him. But then, speaking of breaking stuff, the green flag cycle is broken here. And we have a caution here. Something happened. I could not find it in the replays. I can never find what happened in the replays. They're all just ghost cautions, I swear. But once again, our pit crew put us up here. Oh, sorry, not our pit crew, but myself. I stayed out. Everybody came in for gas. Don't know why. There was no need for it. We were all fine on fuel. But there we go. We're going to have a restart late in this race here with only 3 laps to go. So it's come to the business end of this race. It is all coming to a close, and now it's going to get its most hectic it's been all race. Everybody is going to try and get up to the front and get their win and try and lock themselves into the playoffs, or just get themselves their second win of the season. But staying in front of Eric Almirola right now on the bottom lane, of course, he would be a surprise winner right now. He's outside the top 30 in points, but winning would put him in the top 30 and in a playoff spot. And then you got on the outside line, I believe that is Ryan Preece in that 00 car. Of course, he's one of those guys battling for last right now. But of course, if he won, he would obviously put himself in a great position. Probably would boost him up into the top 30 with how close it is back there. So we have a lot of guys who are hungry for wins and playoff berths, but we'll see what happens here as we go to 2 laps to go. Almirola looks to our outside. Now we have Chase Elliott behind us in the 9 car. We've had a couple of run-ins with him this season. Of course, we had one earlier this race with him. As now we have 3 lanes we have to try block, and now Corey LaJoy is going to get a huge run out of nowhere because Justin, old guy in the 88, has pushed him to the lead. Now here comes Almirola with Ryan Preece pushing him, and now here comes myself with Chase Elliott pushing me. So 5 Chevrolet cars all pushing each other here, and then you got myself and Elliott here on the bottom, and he is going to push us to the lead here. So coming down the front stretch now as we go into the tribal, we're battling for the lead with Eric Almirola, but because we got the lead, Elliott decided to give up on us. And now here comes the 37 with a huge run. White flag in the air here at Talladega. We get a huge push now from Joey Logano as we're trying to get the lead back from the 37 car. Oh God, it's going to be coming down to the wire here, and we can't throw yet another Talladega race. We show high coming up off the corner. Now we dip to the inside of Eric Almirola. It is going to be a battle down the backstretch, and we just got a little bit more power under the hood with this SHR equipment, and we are going to get past the 37 going into turn 3. Logano is trying to get to us to give us a push, but it's not going to matter because he would drop back as a draft partner because he wants to try win now. It's going to be us down the front stretch here. We have to block the 22 car. He looks high, he looks low, but he's not going to quite get there. We are going to go through the tribal and through the front stretch. We're going to win our 4th race of the season here at Talladega. We take the Geico 500, and it is yet again another win for AJ Smith here. Here are your race results. Logano ends up 2nd, Allmendinger 3rd, and then there's the rest of your top 10. And then here is the rest of your top 20 here. Some guys with some nice runs there. And then we got your top 30. Our teammate, Kevin Harvick, he struggled today, as you can see. And then we go to the final positions, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finished last. So hold that, Mr. Ricky Stenhouse. First place, $885,000. Absolutely amazing. And then we have some nice compliments from the other drivers here, which is really cool to see as well. So once again, we take home a win, and we also gain momentum for the 2nd time this season. So hopefully we can use that momentum for good this time. Of course, last time we had momentum and we had it for Texas, and we all know how that race went for us. But myself on 4 wins out of 10 races so far this season. Keselowski on 2, and then you got those guys down there on 1. And then you got the rest of the playoff grid here, all 0 wins for these guys, all battling it out for the top 16 spots. And, of course, one of those top 16 spots is occupied by Eric Jones, who won at Richmond. So he's outside the top 16, but he's taken one of those spots with that win. So that is going to do it for today's race at Talladega. As you can see, their updated points there. Anthony Alfredo now in last place, so he's going to have some work to do if he does not want to finish last. But that will do it for today's race at Talladega. We win yet again in the NASCAR Cup Series, our 5th win of our career, and we'll try and go again at Dover. I'll see you all in the next episode.
We're rising, we're falling, we're making